Hi, I'm going to try it this way. Since the internet is not working very good, I thought I would try to do a quick little video that I'll then put on there. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what's going on with the internet. I don't know if it's just here at my house. I don't know what's going on. But I miss you, and I miss being able to show the photos. Yesterday you were so patient. You went through 2 attempts at trying to finish a show. So just thought I'd show you real quick what I've been working on today. And I got this gorgeous fabric that I just love. And I found it on Missouri Star Quilt Company, and I said, that's what I want for my birthday. So what I'm going to do, I went last night on Missouri Star Quilt Company, and I found the pattern, and they were on sale for $1.99. So I got the pattern, and I'm going to make this quilt that's called Good Night Irene. I was looking for a quilt that had a possibility of putting fussy cutting out the pansies, which are about 6 inches across. And so this is the pattern I came up with, because it looks like a trellis. And I just thought that was really sweet. So what I'm going to do is take the 4 patch that's in the center of these blocks, and I'm going to use a yellow color. Then I'm going to fussy cut the pansies out, and then I'm going to stitch them in place. And don't tell anybody, but I'm going to put a little batting behind to give them a little bit of presence. So I searched and searched. I ended up finding about 12 companion fabrics. I'm going to have to size up the pattern, because the way it works out now, all those little blocks are about 2.5 inches square. I'm going to have to go to 3.5 inches, raw inches, so that when I sew them together, I've got enough room to fit those big pansies on there. So that's what I've been working on. And today I'm taking the next 2 weeks as a vacation. I've got to recharge my batteries. It has been, as you know, an amazing, trying year. And so I need to find my mojo. I need to find my spirit back. I've decided, since I've been so good lately at trying to finish things, get things in order, I decided the next 2 weeks I'm going to treat myself to take this brand new fabric I just got in and just play. So I've been cutting out the 3.5 inch squares, because it's going to take a good amount, 446 to be exact. Because I had to kind of do a rough count. And but I got this whole pattern for $1.99. Downloaded it from Missouri Star. Thank you, Missouri Star. And so what I've been doing, taking a little break from gardening today, I am taking and kind of fussy cutting some steam-a-seam and putting the fusible on the back of the pansies, and you can kind of tell where they're going to be. So I'm putting it on the back so that then I can fussy cut them out, and I can then place them down. So I'm very excited, curious to see what this is going to look like. Let me show you really quickly. I did like 5 different purples in the 3.5 inch blocks. I've got 2 yellows, one for the design, and this is the one that's gonna make those pansies pop out. I've got 4 or more different blues and 3 different greens. So I think it's going to work out really good. And one of the cool things too, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I've got 2 yards of this corresponding fabric to go with it. And you know what? With these striations, I would love to do some fussy cutting and see what designs I could make to have all the striations come together in the middle. So I'm taking my little mirror set with me so I can sit it there and see what kind of designs can I come up with. And if I want them to match, I've got to use the same piece of material throughout. So that's what I'm going to be working on these next 2 weeks. My next Sunday show will be June. Let me see. Let me tell you exactly the date. But the next show, since I'm taking 2 weeks off, I'm hoping to do a Monday show on the 14th. We'll see how I feel. But if not, I'll do it June 20th. And then, don't forget, my Thursday night shows are going to come back on the 17th. But I just need some downtime. I just traveled up to see all my grandbabies, traveled 1,000 miles. And that was my first time traveling since all this pandemic stuff. So I've got my vaccination, feeling good. And my granddaughter came over today, told me she saw the movie Cruella and loved it. So I think I'm going to grab her and go see the movie Cruella. So I'm planning on sleeping and resting and all, and I will be back in a couple weeks. So now, real quickly, let's go look at the pictures that you have sent in and the pictures of when I went to see my grandsons. All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, here we go. We're going to start with Miss Betty's wonderful koi. She has really outdone herself on this koi. It is just beautiful. And I have the drawing, which is available free for anyone who'll send me an email to ourtimetoquilt@twc.com. And I will send you this pattern that I drew up. And she took and put it on black fabric to make it look like mosaic tiles. Then she took a chalk and drew the pattern so that then she could paint. She used fabric paints and painted this. Isn't it amazing? I really love what she has done with this. So way to go, Miss Betty. All right, let's see who else we have. We have Miss Bonnie, who's been busy on her row by row. Great job, Miss Bonnie. And over here, she finished her COVID community quilt, and it is a beauty. Way to go, Miss Bonnie. Okay, and for all members to our group, they're now having a twice a month Saturday sit and sew. And so they would love to have you join us. So if you join our group, you'll get an invitation to join us. Now this is Charlene L, and I just love her garden gate quilt. I also have a pattern for this, and if you send me an email at the same address, ourtimetoquilt@twc.com, I will send this out to you. So I love the hollyhocks. I love her daffodils peeking through. I love her daisies here, her little chickadee, and the butterfly she put on here. Way to go, sweetie. I love that. Great job. We have another Charlene P. And Charlene and her husband run an Etsy store. And her husband makes wonderful children's toys from wood. And she does all kinds of sewing items from this handbag. Look at this one. Isn't that professional looking? She does quilts that she sells. Here's some more children's toys. Look at this wonderful landscape. And she sells all of these that she makes. So it's really nice. And I'm just really tickled. Glad to have her here. I will put a listing for her and her husband's Etsy site down below. All right, here we are with me, and I traveled up to see my grandchildren. So here's my daughter-in-law, Nikki, playing with her son, Russell, and look at this wonderful room they have. And look at this beautiful, beautiful quilt. He loves, I love the Pout Pout Fish theme. And this was just a pre-printed panel that I put a border on and quilted, and I love it, and he was happy to see it because he loves his pout pout fish. Okay, and now I put his name in it. I love writing in quilts while you're quilting them. So just let yourself run wild and doodle on the quilts. It'll make it that much more special. Now I even wrote in Nana loves you and some X's, hugs and kisses down there. There's just so much you can do. Be creative the next time you quilt and think about either documenting the process or what. Now here's Mr. Donnie. He turned 19 months when I was down there. Love Mr. Donnie, and he is standing up. We connected because he would come hold my fingers and I would say jumpy, 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 and he would jiggle jumpy, and it was like that became our thing. What a sweet baby. All right, look at this great room that they have. They can play and have such fun. Then here is a beautiful shot I took of Nikki and her son Russell. And I just thought that was such a beautiful picture. Here is Mr. Donnie, and you can see him standing up. I tell you what, he stands up all the time, and he's going to be walking or running very soon, I predict. He wants to keep up with Brother Russell. There he is, that sweet boy. And then here's Russell snuggling with Nana. He doesn't often snuggle. He's a busy boy that wants to check everything out and learn everything immediately. So it was nice to have a little snuggle time with him. That's precious time that I had been waiting for almost a year and a half. Here's my daughter Katie's garden. I just love it. She's on the Eastern Shore, so I went to see her as well. She made me a wonderful birthday Mother's Day strawberry shortcake with the best pound cake. Loved it. Thank you, Miss Katie. And here's a picture of Katie with the cow quilt that I made, that I took in that class, and loved it. And it's outside her house, and here's her Sarah Bernhardt peony and some evening primrose in pale pink. But I love that Katie loves that cow quilt. Here's her evening primrose. She's a good, talented gardener. I'm real tickled to watch her. I love the pots she put together, and look at these wonderful speckled petunias. Look at those. I have got to find some of those, and I love she put it with the alyssum so the color just bounces all around. I went the other day to get my cancer recheck, and I'm happy to report that everything went well. Here was the view out the surgeon's window while I sat and wondered what he would say when he came in after seeing the test results. And thank goodness it was all clear. My second good recheck after surgery, so I'm a happy girl. There's Russell reading his Thomas the Train book, getting ready for his nap. There's my son, and here's my daughter Katie. There I am, and there is my sister-in-law Nikki at my son's house. Here we are having a chat, and beautiful home. They live in a family home, and her parents built an extension on so that they could all live there together, and I just think it's wonderful. Those boys are going to always have so much love in their lives. So Russell didn't take long to fall asleep from looking at his book. And here's Donnie and I, and he loves messing with my mouth, and so I would make funny faces. And he got the biggest kick out of watching that. But what a sweet baby. He's more of a lover, hugger, and Russell's more of a go-getter and go-do. And here I am teaching Russell how to work on crafts, and he did so well. He would sit there for 2 hours working on a craft. It was amazing. That was so much fun. It's always been a way I relate to children. And we used a paper plate, we colored on it, and then put beans in it and stapled it, and it makes a shaker for the kids. And that was something so easy to do when they're that young. Then I took penne pasta and we colored it, and I put it on the pipe cleaners. And then he got to see what stickers were all about. He was fascinated with stickers. And then markers. So we had a good time. And here I took some of the gel things, the little tiny balls that swell up. How fun. And I put some in a jar and some in a baggie so he could see them swell up and get very big. I love anything to do with art and science, and love playing with them with all of these concepts. He adored doing watercolor paints. I think he just liked putting the paintbrush in the water. And so I would teach him water, paint, paper, trying to get that order going. But sometimes I think he was just happy to swish the brush in the water. He loved swishing it in the water. And then here we're doing glue projects, and Donnie's happy sitting in the background watching. But I would put the glue on the paper, and then he would drop little beans, little sequins, buttons, little scraps of fabric he would drop onto the paper. It was so much fun. I brought what I called my magic bag that had all of my crafts in it. I tried to teach him how to do finger painting. He did not want to get his hands messy, so no finger painting today. Here we're playing the memory game, and I'm trying to teach him, and Donnie said, could we just chew on the cards instead? So that was fun. Then here's my son Christopher and Donnie, and he and his wife are such good parents. It just warms my heart to just see how much love they have for these boys. And here we are working on acrylic paints, which were brighter, but he didn't like them on his fingers. And I made him a little air dry clay that I painted. And but we're just being silly. And here he was tickling me, and we're just being cute. What a cutie pie. So I absolutely loved my time. And there's my dog Gromit, who goes with me on all my car trips. And Russell here, and Donnie, 2 years old and 9 months old. I had such fun, and they are a joy, just a pure joy. So it was well worth the wait, although I hope I never have to go that long again. And here I am with my son Christopher and his beautiful wife Nikki. And here the boys holding hands. They are so close. They're not even a year and a half apart. And I think they're about 15, 16 months apart. They're very close. I don't know where the picture is. I have a picture of me holding this lamb 1 week after it was born. So those are my photos. Now, and I would, when I get back from taking a little bit of a break, I will show you some more pictures from my daughter Katie's house. Now here we've gone to Dolores, and look at this. She did the most beautiful drawing, her own unique drawing of the mosaic koi. And now she did her drawing. Now she has put it on to tracing paper and fabric, and I think this is a fusible, and she's starting the process of layering the fabrics on. Look at her gorgeous iris garden. Isn't that just beautiful? And then she's put her current progress on her beautiful mountain meadow landscape. Great job, great job. Okay, and let's see who else we have. Diana Wright. She has been so busy. She said she made her hands so sore cutting out all of these amazing farm animals and barn. Isn't that, I can't wait to see what she makes with that. Okay, now we're going to go to, look at this lovely pillow that she did. Isn't that sweet? Oh, I just love it. She's so talented. So very talented. Okay, let's see what else Miss Diane. Oh, look, wait till you see this pin cushion she made. I think she needs to do a tutorial for us. That is gorgeous. A hydrangea and a butterfly. Oh, beautiful. Okay, here's another quilt she was working on. Whoops. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I'm wondering if this is a quilt or Vala or just something that she wanted just for herself. All right. And here is that gorgeous quilt. I mean, yes, that gorgeous project made into a pillow. And I guess it was a quilt made into a pillow. I love it. And she said she absolutely adored this thread. I'm not sure if you can see. Let me see if I can enlarge it so we can see what kind of thread it is. Here you go. She said it was such a wonderful invisible thread. And she had great success with it. She said it was so easy to sew with. So just remember that the next time you're looking to buy invisible thread. All right. Inger, we had a wonderful photo from Inger this week. And she is our wonderful friend from Norway. And Norway has a wonderful seaside and boating history. I love this quilt. It is gorgeous. Way to go, Miss Inger. Way to go. Okay, now we're going to go to Jody. Now, here is her garden gate that she finished. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Wonderful job. You know that Miss Jody has a wonderful, very developed artistic signature. So she loves doing these silhouettes that are just amazing. Well, that is a silhouette, and these are wonderful portraits done in all blacks and grays and whites. And she did Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and now look. I think that's Bela Lugosi when he played Dracula. Isn't that amazing? So that is really beautiful, Miss Jody. You're so talented. Look at this. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's Bela Lugosi. And that is just beautiful. She is so talented. Thank you for sharing that, hon. I knew she was working on something. I knew Miss Jody. She stays busy from project to project and such talent. Then Miss Linda, look what she's been doing. She has more photos to share with us. I love her collages. Aren't these amazing? Such talent, and it keeps your creativity going. I've been really happy that Miss Linda was able to take her first of her vaccinations. Very, very, very happy about that. Let's see what the next. Oh, look at this one. Isn't she talented? She is a true artist. It is just beautiful. And she just does collages from paper, fabric, paintings. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, Miss Nadine. And I hope you watched yesterday when Miss Nadine sent a box from Germany, and we all love it. And I love these. She's been so busy at work, but she finds time to do sweet little crafts, and it makes her home so warm and loving. Okay, Patricia Fry. Oh, Patricia Fry is spending time at the cabin, and oh, that looks wonderful. And I'm so glad her and her husband go to the cabin, go see grandkids. They really have a good life. So way to go, Miss Patricia. I'm glad your fibromyalgia is feeling better. That's got to be tough every change of season. And then Miss Icefire, Patricia from Nova Scotia. She has been busy working on her Binding Tools Star quilt, which I love dearly. I can't wait to see her progress on this. And look at these wonderful kitty cat fabrics she found. Aren't they wonderful? So it's the most exciting thing when you get a package with new fabric in it. So many possibilities. And you know, she's got that wonderful sewing machine she got on sale. So I know that she is going to have so much fun doing her binding tool star quilt. And if you want to do the binding tool star quilt, don't forget it's an inexpensive download, $3.95, something like that, at Missouri Star Quilts. Get your copy. It's well worth it. You can make it in so many different colors. Okay, this I just forgot who this is. Sandra D's. I love, and her last name is not D. That's the letter of her last name. And she's done a beautiful job with her ink tints, her version of the Mosaic Koi. Okay, then we've got Miss Susan. Miss Susan's been busy, and here is her row quilt. And then look what her daughter made for her Mother's Day. Isn't that beautiful? That is just so sweet. And then look at her miscellaneous block. She's working on quilt testing. She's been helping Rick in the garden. They've gotten themselves a plot of land that they're going to end up turning into a little farm home for them. And she works full time. So when she sleeps, I'm not sure. But there are the photos for today. And I just wanted to make sure I touched base with you before I take a 2-week break and recharge my batteries. And so I will see you either Monday, June 14th, or Sunday, June 20th for our regular live stream. And Thursday, June 17th, I'll be back for our next art project. I can't wait. We just keep doing new projects time after time, and I like to get your input. So be thinking about what kind of art quilt would you like to make this time, and we'll do it together. All right, I think that's it for today, and I'm going to take my little vacation. Please take good care of yourself while I'm not here online, and I hope you say, what would I like to make today? And go for it. You've got nothing to lose but a little bit of time. So, and then send me photos when I get back, and I'll share what you've been working on. Thank you for spending this time with me. Know that I'll be thinking of you while I'm recharging my batteries, and I will be back. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, guys.